the troubling pattern of selective enforcement exhibited by the National Cohesion and Integration Commission, NCIC, especially the political profiling of His Excellency Gachagua. We want to focus attention on three key objectives that come from the mandate of the NCIC. One, eliminate all forms of ethnic or racial discrimination and discourage persons, institutions, political parties, and associations from advocating or promoting discrimination. Two, enhance tolerance and understanding and accept the diversity in all aspects of national life. Three, investigate on its own accord or on a request from any institution, office, or person any issue affecting ethnic and racial relations. Essentially, NCIC's mandate is to promote cohesion and integration among all Kenyans irrespective of their political affiliations or ethnic background. But this is not what they are doing. During the impeachment of His Excellency Gachagua in October 2024, various members of Parliament and the Senate are on record making statements that indicated that the impeachment of Gachagua had more to do with dealing with these people, in quotes, hearing meaning Mount Kenya and Mount Kenyan citizens, than in dealing with His Excellency Gachagua as an individual. These statements are captured in parliamentary answer, and we will share them in our official complaint to NCIC on behalf of the Mount Kenya community shortly. On 19th January 2025, Honorable Dan Wanyama voiced a very dangerous comment during a presidential event at Cheptais Boys High School in Bungoma County. The Webuye West MP stated that the Mount Kenya community would be isolated by all other Kenyan communities henceforth. We are unaware of what actions were taken by the NCIC against Honorable Wanyama for especially for such directly ethnically divisive statements. There has also been a lot of political rhetoric from leaders from Nyanza, including the one Honorable Peter Kaluma, suggesting that Mount Kenya needs to be removed from the government, in quotes, and replaced with Nyanza, now that they are not supporting President Ruto. Let me ask my colleague to carry on with the video.
Thank you. President Ruto has himself embarked on a targeted war against tribalism, which is clearly targeted at fighting not just Rigathi Gachagua, but more fundamentally the wider Mount Kenya community. Today, we are dealing with a situation where NCIC has cautioned Rigathi Gachagua from telling off the president, specifically for fostering ethnic division and hatred as a political strategy. Ironically, what His Excellency Gachagua has been doing is defending the rights and interests of the Mount Kenya region against isolation and exclusion from the government based on their ethnic identity. His Excellency Rigathi Gachagua has recent statements highlighting what is a systematic exclusion of Mount Kenya profession from the government position in what has been met with undue scrutiny by NCIC. His call against ethnic mobilization of others against some is something we as elected leaders fully support. His call against deliberate isolation of members of one community is not hate speech, not with history of 2007, where we saw 41 versus 1 political strategy implemented. It is therefore alarming that what the NCIC is focusing on are the issues of ethnic discrimination that His Excellency Rigathi Gachagua is raising rather than ethnic inflammatory and ethnically divisive remark against communities that are being made by leaders and the president that continue and remain unchecked. We, the undersigned members of parliament and senators, therefore make the following demands: that the NCIC apply its mandate uniformly, ensuring that all leaders, regardless of their political affiliations or regions, are held accountable for statements that threaten national cohesion. That leaders like Honorable Rigathi Gachagua has courageously exposing ethnic discrimination and boldly calling out the government and the president for strategies to deliberately marginalize ethnic communities based on their natural identity should actually be protected by NCIC, rather than be persecuted by NCIC, as now seems to be the case. That NCIC must publicly disclose the criteria and process it employs when determining actions to take against individuals it goes after, to dispel any notion of bias or political influence. That NCIC must stop protecting the president or this government, because this is not their mandate. And finally, on my part, just to mention that members of the Mount Kenya region who have been holding prominent committee positions in Parliament and Senate have been removed. Again, I hope and pray that NCIC will say something about it. Thank you. Allow my colleague to continue.